Wednesday whiskey review from you boys, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today we are reviewing Taconic Distillery's straight bourbon whiskey. We've had one of their products before, right?
No, we've had two. They had a bourbon cream.
Oh, bourbon cream.
That was
correct.
amazing.
Yep.
And, or no, it was...
It was a bourbon cream.
Was it the bourbon cream? We were supposed to put it over pancakes?
No, that was maple. They have maple syrup too.
Yeah, their maple syrup was amazing.
Yeah.
So that was their second product that we've had.
But we didn't review it though.
No. And then the Pat Mac single barrel we had, which was delicious. And now we're doing the straight bourbon.
Oh yeah.
So Taconic is local to New York. They're, you know, down yonder, closer to New York City. But they got a whole region down there. It's basically a massive valley. It's great people. We've talked to them before. So we're excited to have this one. Potentially again, because I think we've sampled this, but I don't think we did a full-on review specifically recently. For sure we haven't of Taconic, but we're excited for this one.
We'll get into label branding in a second, but the American flag's dope. Pretty sick.
No said.
I mean, that's already an A++ check, plus
100%.
check.
It could be the most synthetic cork I've ever seen, and it's still going to be in the A's.
It could even have a label from a red wine barrel, but it's actually white wine. Anyway, Taconic straight bourbon. This is from the Taconic Distillery down near New York, or like Albany, Hudson Valley area, right?
Yes.
Isn't that where they're from? This is a New York State product, and it is 90 proof, and you can find it in New York stores for $42, and this is a 4-year aged product. So owners Pat and Carol, they used to be Wall Street people. Did you know that? They used to be finance people, and they said, you know what? I'm sick of the day-to-day making other people money. I'm going to make my own money and start a distillery. And that's what Paul's all passion was when he was growing up. He loved whiskey. So that's why he wanted to start his own distillery, because he had passion for it already, which is sweet. And they already owned a lot of land where their current distillery is, so it just made sense for them to do that. And yeah, it's really cool. The mash bill of this specific product is 70% corn, 25% rye, and 5% malted barley. So pretty traditional with a mash bill. That's very similar to MGP, which you're seeing a lot of a 74, 20, and whatever, 6. So it's going to be interesting to see how this tastes with the New York flavor to it. And yeah, label branding, let's get into it. So American flag on the label. Awesome. This is a synthetic cork, though. Yeah, it's synthetic. That sucks. It actually feels really hard, too, to touch. Interesting. There's a dog on the label, too, so that also makes it go up a little bit.
There's a dog pretty much on every label that they have.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say, I mean, there's nothing really else to it. There's no banner on the top. It's a pretty basic top to it. Synthetic cork. It was just a plastic wrapping, right, on the top. So really all you're getting is the front label with it being an American flag and the back label of it being the stars. So it's cool, but I think that they could do better. I'm probably going A check.
I agree.
I agree.
Where are we? Additional. Here we go.
Yeah, I think that if they just did like a wrapper around the top, like you see a lot of distilleries do when they just have a label that says Taconic Distillery or something like that, that would help elevate it. And then obviously the regular cork or anything even imprinted on the top of the cork too would just help again with the whole label branding presentation aspect of it. But you and I are probably the only nerds that care about it, so whatever.
That and at the same time,
Anywho.
It's all about the juice, baby.
Oh yeah.
As long as that juice tastes good, nobody cares.
Hopefully this juice tastes good, huh? All right, let's do a little nose action here, huh?
We are filling out our Dram diary from Greg. Shout out Greg. So if you see us writing in that, head on down to the link in our bio and pick one up from his Etsy shop, and you can fill out your own while you're doing your own reviews and or doing your review with us along the way, because you can find a lot of these products right through Addie's. And if you want to download their app, feel free to download it through the Apple App Store or the Google Playground Play Store, and they can ship it right to your door if you are in the great state of New York, as long as Aunt Kathy Hochul allows you to. So anyways.
Aunt Kathy?
Yeah.
I have an Aunt Kathy.
I also have an Aunt Kathy. I like the color on this. It's caramel. It's like, dude, look at these legs, dude. It's got like a caramel roll to it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's like between like a straw on our sheet here. I would say it's between a straw and a gold.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't call it gold, but I also wouldn't call it straw.
And it's got like a running caramel leg base. I wouldn't say like frozen molasses in the wintertime, but yeah, I'm excited for this.
All right. So nose.
Ooh.
Right off the bat, I'm getting rubber.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah. Like tire rubber. Tire rubber with then a little bit of ethanol. Very, very slight ethanol.
I'm getting ethanol and malted barley.
Yeah. I'm getting rubber, ethanol, and then that like very light caramel comes in at the end. Caramel vanilla mix.
I'm still in the bees for this nose. So
Yeah, I'd say B check maybe.
malted barley, caramel, rubber, ethanol. B check.
There's really no sweetness to this. The nose actually presents itself as being a little bit harsher than normal with the whole rubber and ethanol and almost like a burnt leather type note to it. It screams man's bourbon. That's what this smells like.
That's, I mean, to be fair, that's why Pat Mack is who he is.
And also, we did just come from a very sweet fortified wine finished scotch, so this might smell even more manly than that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. A little bit of bite, you know? We're Americans. There's some rebel in us by nature.
So B check, I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
okay
pretty
with that.
solid rating.
Initial taste. Ooh, that's like a sweet rye. You notice that?
Yeah.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting that.
No, me either.
That just like completely sideballed me. I was not. That's a curveball in a really good way. Dude, it's smooth.
It's very smooth. The rubber goes away, and you're initially introduced to this whiskey in the initial taste by like a very sweet caramel, almost like a Werther's butterscotch type note. And then before the ending note, it transitions to like that splintered wood that I normally get.
Yeah.
It transitions to that with a little bit of like a wood sugar. It's a very smooth and delicious New York product.
I love this, dude. For $42, that's a great pickup.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great option. I would throw this in a decanter any day of the week. I like this a lot. I agree with you on the initial taste profile.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy because it makes you want more, but it doesn't make you think like, oh, there's too much going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say it does, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, and I'm not saying I don't like high proof products, but I will say this tastes higher than a 90 proof. This tastes closer to around like 100 to 105.
Really?
Because right, as soon as you take that initial...
Oh, no. Yeah.
As soon as you take that initial taste, your tongue starts tingling.
Yep.
And then we'll get to the ending note, but as soon as it goes down to the ending note, the upper part, like the front part of your gums, like not your actual gums on your teeth, but like your mouth starts kind of tingling a little bit. And again, I'm not saying this is bad. We're very high proof people, but I'm just saying it tastes higher than a 90 proof. I would probably say that this is 105, 110.
It travels to your sinus cavities really well.
Yeah.
It opens them up. Makes you kind of forget about the stress from your day.
Mm-hmm.
Initial taste, dude, I'm at like an A+.
I was just going to say an A check. So let's go A check plus.
I agree. Ending note for me, I'm still getting a lot of that butterscotch.
Yeah.
And like butter in general.
For a 70% corn product,
I barely taste the corn.
I barely taste the corn. A lot of the influence you're getting is from that like toasted rye almost.
Yeah.
It's very It's a very delicious
this
product
is
because
good.
of the fact that you know that you got a steal for $42. I think that's what's making me even enjoy this even more, is that this is such a low-cost product, and you're getting such a delicious taste.
It's so, dude, it's perfectly affordable, especially in 2024,
Yeah.
going into 2025 at time of recording. I mean, this is just like, wow. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I was just going in completely open-minded, but this is just like really, really, in my opinion, well done.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that this is what it's providing. Like the butterscotch, the malted barley, like the wet hay element is in the ending note, and it's a great finish. It's a really, really good finish.
If you put a drop of water in there, a little bit of the sweetness goes away, and some of those rye, spicy characteristics, the pepperiness, the spikiness kind of starts coming out, in not an off-putting way, though. It just tones down the sweetness and brings up some of those harsher notes that you get in the nose. So, I don't know. I actually really like this. I didn't think that I was going to like this as much as I do. I don't remember what we gave the Pat Mac one, but that was so early on into the podcast that I don't even know if a comparison would be valuable at that point.
Probably not.
I think that the ending note, I would probably go solid A.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just a very well-rounded product to where the initial taste is very sweet, but the ending note is so dry a little bit that it kind of forces you to keep drinking. We say that a lot to where like you want to take another sip, but as I'm talking, my mouth is getting drier and drier. And I think that has to do with the fact that this tastes like a higher proof to where it's burning my mouth and it's kind of getting rid of all of the sweetness and the salivation that I have in my mouth and wanting me to go grab that glass for another sip.
Final rating. Derek, give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.
90.
Dude, we're on point today.
I know. This is delicious, guys. And gals. I
think it's a solid rating for this.
Very solid rating. And this blew me away. I was not expecting that at all. Again, went in completely open-minded, but I was just I'm very pleasantly surprised. That's good juice.
Again, I don't want to compare it to the Pat Mac one that we did, the single barrel that we did, but I don't remember it tasting like this.
No.
I don't remember what it tasted like, but I feel like I would remember this. Because we often say, like, there's an affordable option out there. Historically, you and I have been Devil's River, and I'm still Devil's River. I love Devil's River. But that's even like $35. If you're going to under $50, this is a solid option that I would pick up.
You gotta pick it up.
I would pick up any day of the week other than like if I'm in the store and I see this, I see Elijah Craig, I see Angel's Envy, I see a lot of those that are sub 50, I would pick this up every day.
100%, especially now because depending on the store you're in, Angel's Envy might be over 50.
Yeah.
So great job. Very
good.
Yeah, I mean this was a great pickup.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So at what point would you not want this? Like price point, I'm saying. Like if it crosses at 50, is that getting too high? I was thinking 55.
No, yeah, 55.
Yeah.
Because again, in New York, if you pick something up off the shelf at $55 retail, you're going to be at 62 by the time you walk out of the store with tax. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go more than 55 personally, but this is a great option.
Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's whiskey review of Taconic Distillery's Straight Bourbon Whiskey. We appreciate you all hanging around with us. If you did pour yourself a glass and hung out with us while we review this, we always recommend drink responsibly. Good person. And Michael.
Don't litter.
We're out.